Welcome to IMAGI-NATION TV, Week 14, Episode 64, featuring youngsters and the theme of Yes and. My name is Hayden Griffiths from Pinjarra Senior High School in Year 10. To me, Yes and is a way of showing appreciation and love by doing extra work for other people, or giving people a better understanding of what they need to know. What I want to get out of co-hosting today is the experience, and I am close to becoming one of the top students at the school, so I want to set an example to everyone to take the opportunities you get.
Awesome. Thank you, Hayden, for that beautiful introduction. I'm Dorcas, and yes, well, Hayden, you said you were a co-host, but in reality, you are the host of this show today, and I will co-host with you, and I'm not alone. I'm with Robbie. And we'll meet Robbie in a minute. But just a quick recap on what's happened yesterday. So yes, we are delving into the topic of yes and yesterday we learned that this could be something that happens immediately. So you can take that opportunity straight away and say yes and what do we do next? Or it can be something that goes for a couple of years, for some time, until you get to your yes and moment. For Jeff, for example, one of our panelists yesterday, he said he was presented with an opportunity to speak about his passion for the work that he does. And he felt like had he not opened his mouth in that moment to speak about what he loves, he would perhaps not be able to practice what he's practicing right now. So yeah, taking that moment immediately is something that we learned yesterday. And Sophia, on the other hand, told us that for her, it took a couple of years to reach that yes and moment where she was able to leave her career or her job as a lawyer to finally practice what she's truly passionate about, which is being an actress. So yep, lots to learn, and I'm excited about today's show as well. Let's continue learning, and I'm going to throw over to Robbie to introduce himself.
Thank you, Dorcas, and thank you, Hayden. I'm Robbie. I'm lucky enough to be a program manager at AIME up in the beautiful sunny Queensland, and I was lucky enough to spend the whole 2010s working with AIME. That's quite a privilege to be doing the work that we all do, and it's an even bigger privilege to be a part of the show today. So what I'm going to throw to straight away is our live audience over at Pinjarra Senior High School. I'm going to chuck it over to you guys to introduce yourselves. So over to you.
My name is Sinead Chapman. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Matthew. Year 8.
My name's Caden Billett and I'm year 7.
My name's Jason Swenson. I'm year 7.
Thank you, Shania, Caden, Matthew, and Jason. So absolute pleasure to have you all on the show so far. What are you looking forward to most of getting out of the show today?
Just the experiences we have.
Perfect. And the topic for this week is yes and. What does yes and mean to you as the live audience?
Good, good.
That's okay. Maybe we'll throw back to you later on in the show and you can maybe learn something from today's classroom or today's session, and then you can tell us what you think it is at the end. But what I'm going to do now as the co-host, I'm going to throw it over to Hayden, or Haydos as he's been asked to be referred to, for his 60-second challenge with his principal. So over to you, Hayden.
Today's challenger is Miss Davidson, the Deputy Principal of Pinjarra. But before we get into the challenge, how do you feel about being on the show today?
Oh, thanks, Haydos. I'm actually feeling really excited and thrilled to be here today, so it's pretty exciting for me.
Shall we get into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
What is your idea of perfect happiness?
My idea of perfect happiness is spending time with family and friends and having that relationship with your family and friends, particularly during COVID-19. We haven't had an opportunity to do that all the time. So my perfect happiness is just spending time with people, speaking to people and finding out what they've been up to.
On what occasion do you value rebelliousness?
Oh, I do value it. I think it's important. I think it's important for people to stand up for what they believe in, even if you're going against the tide. So I think if you have a concern or you have an issue or something that you would like to talk about, then absolutely stand up for your rights and then you can be heard.
What is your most treasured possession?
Oh, that's a good question. My most treasured possession would have to be a gold bracelet that has been in the family since 1876, and it was given to me by my great-grandma a long time ago when I was probably about your age. So it's a family heirloom, and that'd probably be my most treasured possession that I have that gets passed from family to family. Yeah.
The 60 seconds is over now, and thank you for supporting the work AIME does, working with the kids at our school and being a role model to all of us.
Yeah, thanks, Haydos. You're doing a really good job as well. Thanks, everyone.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Hayden, for leading that. And thank you again, Fiona, for taking the time to participate. And as Hayden said as well, we really appreciate your support with the work that we do here at AIME and just being a role model for us and also the kids at your school. And just a couple of comments from the chat line. Everyone is super excited to see you in action, Hayden. Katarina said, hey, Hayden, like really loud. I'm probably not doing it proper, but you know what I'm saying. And Penny said, such a strong opening. And Steph Beck said, yes, Hayden, lead by example, buddy. And Darren said, you legend, Hayden. So good. So you're killing it. And oh, Jade loves my artwork. Thank you. And let's go to our next segment. And here at AIME, we believe that the kids are not the problem. They are the solution and they are the leaders. And so we do our best to give them the keys and let them lead the way. And to get us into the next session, I've got this strong quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. And the quote says, do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. With that said, let's jump into our presidential speeches and let's meet, I think we've got a combined first speech from Tegan and Brianna. Hello, can you take yourselves off mute?
Hi. Hello.
Hi, there you are. Can you guys just quickly introduce yourselves?
I'm Tegan Butler. I'm from Pinjarra Senior High School, obviously, and I'm year 10. I'm Brianna Collard and I'm year 10 too.
Great. Can you guys tell me, as we're exploring this theme of yes and, how did you incorporate or use this theme in the speech that you're going to be read for us today?
Well, we decided to use what we thought what yes and meant to us. And then we kind of just went from there while writing our speech.
Okay, well, without further ado, please take it away.
Okay. Yes and to us means that you set a goal and then once you achieve it or accomplish it, you don't just stop there. You keep setting and making more and more goals and completing them. And that leads us to grow as individuals.
But at the same time, helping other people out with their goals by being mentally and physically there for them. And once you have succeeded, don't just stop, just keep helping and supporting them until they don't need your support.
As President of IMAGI-NATION, we would like to see the school embrace more cultural activities such as NAIDOC Day, where we have an assembly and we think it would be better if we don't do our normal classes on that day. We go and do more cultural stuff, we'll have some art classes where we can do dot paintings and stuff like that.
Cooking classes, learn how to cook kangaroo and damper, some dance classes and some music classes for the boys to learn how to play didgeridoo.
In conclusion, adding more Indigenous activities to NAIDOC Day and embracing a yes and attitude will benefit the school and the community we live in. Thanks.
Mute it. Oh God.
All right, thank you so much, Tegan and Brianna. It's now over to Jade. Before we start, Jade, how are you feeling about doing speech?
Yeah, pretty nervous.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous are you?
I'm around 5.
5? That's not even nervous. Done this before?
No.
All right. Well, the stage is yours, the stream is yours, the screen is yours. Let's get started.
All right. To me, yes and means that whoever states it cares about the person they say or have said it to. By showing that you care about someone will make them happy and it will lead them doing another act of kindness. By this happening, it creates a continuous cycle of people helping others to make the world a better, brighter and happier place. Yes, and also means to me that people take in more opportunities giving them an advantage in life and makes people think about them in a positive way. By responding with yes and, it shows that you are willing to go beyond what everyone expects you to do. And this will give you experience of what the world is like and what people expect but don't ask. Thanks.
Incredible, Jade. So well done. I mean, to actually just sit in front of a camera and do a speech, you know, being your age, that's actually no mean feat. So I think for you, Brianna and Tegan, that's actually an exceptional job. Well done, because trust me, I've been your age. I know how hard it is. So that was very well done. So thank you so much. Now, we've got some messages on the chat line from Troy Kelly. Yeah, Jade, you're the man. So I agree, you are the man. That was fantastic. And now what we're going to do is we're going to chuck it over to a little session we call Failure Time. It's something that we run a lot here at AIME. Now, Failure Time is one of those sessions where it gives people like myself, but also students in the program, a chance to fail. And the reason we do this is because you can't grow as a human being, you can't grow as a person unless you're willing to take on a challenge, unless you're willing to fail, and unless you're willing to grow from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck it to a quick video, and then it's over to our guest facilitator, Angus, to take it from there.
Hey guys, how we doing? Welcome to Failure Time. I'm Angus. I'm a Gomeroi man coming at you from Wurundjeri country down here in Melbourne. So who have we got in our audience today? Shania, Matthew, Jason, Caden. Hayden's going to jump in with us as well. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Yeah, we're doing good. All right, now we're going to do some improv exercises, some fun little yes and games, and it's terrifying. We've got to make it up on the spot. I'm nervous. You guys are nervous. So let's just start 3 deep breaths in. Yeah. Cool. Easy. Last one's the hardest. All right, so doing our improv games, there's a couple of things we've got to remember. We're all in this together. So everyone's doing it. Everyone's looking silly. So we're all just going to jump in, go crazy. You're allowed to make mistakes. It's called failure time. That's the whole point. The funniest moments come from when we mess up. Don't try and censor yourself. Just say the first thing that comes to your head. It'll be great, I promise. And yeah, you don't need to worry about trying to be clever or funny. None of us are. It's just the accidents that make it fun. So the trick is to listen, and the trick is to commit. So I'm going to start off with Hayden. We're just going to show him how it's done. It's going to be really easy. We're going to play a game called Yeah, Yeah, Yeah. All right? You know how you're talking to a friend and your friend goes, yeah, 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 and then interrupts you? We're going to do that, but it's going to be improv. So Hayden, I'm going to throw it to you to start off with. I want you to start a story, and then I'm going to interrupt that story with a yeah, 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 and take it somewhere else. Then you've got to interrupt me back.
This morning, on the way to school, I saw 5 kids kicking a football, and one of them almost caught it, and it slipped and hit his face. The other 4 started surrounding him, and they were going to help me out.
But then the next one, he tripped over and actually hit his face on the ball. And the best part was the ball went flying into the goals. Accidental headbutt score. How good is this? So that's yeah, yeah, yeah. I've got so much Zoom etiquette. When I stop speaking, I automatically mute myself. So I need to filter that out. All right, so that's cool. Next one, what we're going to do is we're going to add a second element to it, which is, as you can see in that last one, it's sort of hard to end things. So we're going to do a game where the whole point is that as a group, we have to decide when to end something. So this one's called Wise Words. We're going to come up with some proverbs, and this is everyone in the live audience, and Hayden, if you want to jump in as well. So everyone's going to contribute one word, and we're trying to come up with like proverbs and wise words, you know, like a leopard cannot change its spots, right? A friend in need is a friend indeed. We're trying to come up with those. So I'm going to start with the easy one, and then I'm going to throw it to Shania, who's going to say the next word, and then Matthew the next word, Jason the next word, Caden the next word. And when we think we've got something good, we're all going to go, oh, wise, wise, wise. And that's how we're going to end it. All right? So I'm going to start. I'm going to go the easy one. I'm going to say A. And then Shania, you've got the next word.
Elephant.
Ken.
Fly.
Good. Keep going.
With.
What was that word?
With.
With. Okay. An elephant can fly with hoofs.
Go.
Shania?
Hoofs and
His.
Ears.
Wise, wise, wise. I love it. I love it. So an elephant can fly with his hoofs and his ears. All right, let's do another one. Pink.
pink clothes.
Ken.
B.
Dirty.
Hayden, what's next?
What?
Pink clothes can make dirty, but green.
Clothes.
Clothes, yeah, good.
R.
Really?
Venomous.
Wise, wise, wise. I love it. All right. I've got one more game for you guys, and it's a bit quicker. All right. So this one's called Story Swap. It's the same principle. Everyone's going to contribute a little bit of the story, but it's a bit longer. So everyone's going to go like, oh, I saw a pink elephant, and then I'm going to clap. And then the next person has to just continue on the story right away from there. No matter where the story goes, it's about saying yes and, grabbing an idea and running with it. So I'm going to start by saying, dot paintings make me feel, Shania.
Happy, and I can't do dot painting very good.
But my daddy nan can do a backflip on a trampoline.
Keep going. I haven't clapped yet.
And my pop can do one as well.
But my Quinny sister can't.
Keep going.
And last time she tried to, she scorpioned herself.
Hayden, jump in.
Now my sister's in hospital, and I'm only upset because I still can't do dot paintings.
All right, fantastic. Thanks so much, guys. That nearly takes us to the end of our time. So, how do you guys think you went?
Good.
Good.
Very good.
It's fun. It's fun just taking whatever idea, isn't it? You've got to. We learned 2 skills today. It's about running with ideas and grabbing them, but it's also about understanding when things end, finding natural endings, and then just starting again and keeping on going. So yeah, thanks so much. Thanks for coming to my favorite time. You guys were fantastic.
Ooh, that was amazing. Thank you so much, Angus. Thank you everyone for participating. It was truly a great example of what yes and is. I think everyone enjoyed that very much. And now, during this interesting time, we all know we've been stuck at home. It's been really horrible worldwide. We at AIME have asked the kids from around the world to share with us what they've been doing and how they've been brave during this time of COVID-19. And today on our pre-recorded video, we have Alice Togo, who's going to share with us how she's been brave during this time.
Dear kids of the world, I'm Elisa now, and I am in Year 7 at Kingscliff High School. I live with my mum, and while she's doing work, I have online school. I do Zoom lessons so I get to see my classmates. Even though mum still works from home, we're still able to have lunch together. Cheers! When I'm not studying, I like to video call family that live in different states. We study together, we laugh together. I like to go fishing or even play with my Lego. One thing I do to stay brave is call up family and friends. Remember, take care and be brave. Bye!
And now I'm going to throw over to our host to introduce our next segment. Take it away, Haydos.
This next segment is Young Artist, and today we will have Elisa showing us her work. Elisa, how do you feel?
Kind of nervous doing this, but with my art, it calms me down doing art a lot, though.
Would you like to get into showing us your work?
Yeah.
Then it's over to you.
Yeah. Just gonna. One of my first drawings I would have done would have been, let me find it, probably something like my sunset. And then I started to go a bit more further with details like drawing people and then coloring in that with different types of shades and colors. Soon I am also doing art Friday afternoons at school, which makes my art become better at what I'm doing instead of just learning by myself.
So what is your progress to create your pieces?
Well, because I have to visualize most of them sometimes. Like I would go on Google, search up pictures, and I'll take random bits from random ones and then just put them in one to create my own.
And what is it that inspires your work?
Well, I love animals, so that inspires some. I like to go beyond sometimes. And anime is one of my biggest one I like to do most of all. So that's where I get most of my people from.
What is your advice for other artists?
Keep trying no matter what happens. Failure, I can't talk. If you fail, try again because you just learn from your mistakes.
And last but not least, what does yes and mean to you in the world of art?
Yes, and art means that no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, you'll always find something else and become good at what you're doing.
Thank you, and I hope you had a good time.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Haydos, for leading that. And thank you so much, Elisa, for sharing with us your beautiful artwork. And so inspiring to see a young person like yourself, you know, you're doing what you love, and your advice to other artists is really important. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. And just before we finish off, I just want to read, the chat line's been going wild for a while. And everyone loved that that video that we had from Alice. And Becky says this whole show is so good. Grace says, what a great video that we saw before. Lisa says she loves the creativity on this. And Katarina said, wow, Elisa. And Luna Tune said, awesome artwork. So yay, keep going. And Brendan Newton said, lovely, Elisa, great hearing from you. And there's so much more on the chat line. But I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who participated today. Haydos, you bossed it. You killed it. Woo! Okay, I can go on, but calm down. And thank you so much to everyone at Pinjarra. Thank you, Fiona, for jumping on as well. You guys were awesome. And I'm excited to see what else you do with AIME. Thank you so much, Angus, for taking the failure time and, you know, giving us a bit of fun, a bit of story. Thank you to Robbie, my co-host, or, you know, whatever it was. We did it. It was great. It was awesome. And yeah, that's a wrap. It's been great. And we've learned so much. And tune back in tomorrow. Same time, same place. Thank you so much. See y'all.